Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we are celebrating the very best drugstore skincare of 2025. We're going to call this the Drugstore Skincare Awards, but it's actually more than that. Recently on the channel, I shared with you some of my favourite higher end products, and lots of you guys came from me in the comments and said, Rob, you've turned your back on the drugstore. Well, I won't stand for that, because anyone that knows me knows I am cheap and proud, and I hate to overpay if I can get the same results at the drugstore, which in most of the cases absolutely is possible. So I thought, let's address all of that today, celebrating the very best of the best that the drugstore has to offer. I'm going to share with you my top 3 drugstore skincare recommendations for every category of our skincare routine. That way, at the end of this video, you'll be able to piece together an entire skincare routine without breaking the bank. I am drugstore to my core, and I want to prove it in today's video. So sit back, relax, let's talk the best drugstore skincare. Now, in today's video, I'm going to share with you my personal favorites at the drugstore, those super affordable and accessible products that I think prove we can absolutely do good skincare on a budget. But I want to hear your personal favorites. What's that one drugstore tried and tested skincare product that you want to shout to the world? Sound off in the comments section below and let me know. I'm really grateful for your recommendations because they do really shape the products that I try out and review here on the channel in the future. Now, today actually marks the start of a special week here on the channel where we're doing another one of our skincare weeks. In skincare week, we actually double the frequency of uploads from every other day to daily here on the channel, giving us maximum skincare content. Today is the start of that, so we'll have back-to-back daily videos for the next 7 days. This really gives me the opportunity to tackle subjects and topics that maybe I haven't had time to fit in. So if you have a specific video request, make sure to let me know by dropping it down in the comments. And if you're excited for another skincare week, make sure to let me know by reaching down and giving the video a big thumbs up and a like. Now, without further ado, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. So, like I say, for today's video, we have 3 recommendations per category in our skincare routine, and I've listed all the products mentioned down in the description box below. That way, if you want to check the individual price point, read the reviews, make a purchase, those links are there for your convenience. And whilst I know it goes without saying, I do always like to reiterate that these recommendations are entirely sponsorship and paid partnership free. You will never see a sponsorship here on Mad About Skin. I turned down that coin to retain my independence, so you know that I'm speaking from the heart and not the wallet with these recommendations. Now, let's kick things off where any good skincare routine starts, with an effective cleanse. And I think choosing the right cleanser can really be the keys to success when it comes to your routine. And thankfully, drugstore cleansers have got a whole lot better recently. A few years ago, they were pretty garbage, to be honest. Often they didn't actually work. They didn't even give a basic cleanse. But now, for under like £20, $25, you can get some really amazing cleansers that don't break the bank and actually genuinely deliver. My first recommendation is this. This is the Tower 28 Daily Balancing Gel Cleanser. I think this is probably going to work best for people that have oily or combination oily skin, because it really just helps to balance everything out. It takes away that excess oil that, as someone who's super oily, I definitely produce all day long. And you can use this on a morning, you can use it on an evening. It's one of those products that just genuinely works no matter what you need from your cleanser. It's not stripping, it's not drying, and I just love the look. I think it's super fun. This would be a great option if there's a teen in your life looking to get into skincare for the first time. I think this is a really great option that is sensitive skin friendly, but delivers a really uplifting experience, feels great on the skin, and genuinely works. Takes away multiple layers of SPF, makeup. It's just a really, really nice product. And like I say, it doesn't break the bank. When you consider the amount of product that you're getting here, definitely worth it. Another recommendation for more dryness prone skin, I would say, is the Prequel Cleanser. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, Prequel are a brand which are getting a lot of viral attention in the US, and rightly so, because their products are phenomenal. They can be a little bit trickier to get outside of the US, so I will call it out. But again, I've left some links below, so shop around if you're not in the US and you should be able to find them. Their cleanser is actually a glycerin-based cleanser, which is pretty rare to find. Lots of cleansers have quite stripping and drying surfactants in them, which is why it leaves us tight and dry. This actually doesn't. It really does work, but it uses that glycerin to break apart some of the dirt, debris, and makeup, whilst also hydrating and nourishing. It's a really clever formulation. It's a really affordable price point for the quality, and it's just nice to see. And I think it goes to show that we don't actually have to compromise on our experience because we're not spending as much money. I think that this Prequel one feels super luxurious. It gets the job done, and it's a viral brand, so you can still get a super popular product at a really affordable price if you shop strategically. And this is one of my personal favorites. Now, my last in the cleanser category is actually a product from my own brand. This is the Mad About Skin Cream Velvet Cleansing Wash. Now, this I think works universally no matter what your skin type is. It doesn't break you out and it will get rid of excess oil. So if you're oily skinned or combination, great. If you have a more dryness prone skin type, because it's really creamy and rich, it doesn't strip and dry either. So it's a great universal cleanser, which is actually the cheapest of the recommendations I'm making today. So for £10, you can get 200 ml of cream cleanser, which allows you to do a facial massage with it. You can really use this as your massage tool. It feels so good. It's a double cleanse in one, so you don't need to have a balm cleanser then a gel cleanser. This does it all in one. Water resistant makeup, multiple layers of SPF, gone like that. So when you think of the price you're paying for the quantity you're getting, and it's a 2-in-1, this is a really great strategic way of really cutting the cost of your skincare routine while still maintaining the fantastic outcomes. I am so proud of this product. It's probably the cleanser that I reach for most frequently, especially because I do like to do a facial massage, and this has that slip to allow you to do it. Now, newly launched, in fact it's not even on the website yet and it won't be for a while, is our new cleansing cloth, which goes along with this. And whilst it's not actually for general sale yet, if you did want to get your hands on the cleansing cloth, we're giving it away entirely free with any order that contains 2 or more of these cleansers. I've left a 25% discount code down below as well, so you can get 25% off, bringing that price point down even further. And if you buy 2 or more, you'll get our cleansing cloth, which I actually designed to add a little luxury to the skincare routine. So as you can see, it's monogrammed with our logo, but I don't know if you can see the waffle-like texture here. So it's 100% cotton, and it's actually in a crisscross motion, which allows when you wipe the cleanser off with this, it just makes sure every last bit of, makeup, SPF, pollutants, whatever is on the skin, gone. Just takes it off, and it feels super gentle. It washes really well because it's 100% cotton, and I wanted it to be big. I'm sick of those tiny little cloths that you get with certain cleansers that just don't do the job. This does the job, and I think this is a great way of getting a little luxury into an affordable and drugstore skincare routine. So if you did want to try this out, like I said, there's a discount code down in the description box below. If you put 2 or more on order, you'll get our cloth automatically. You don't need to do anything. It will just come with you, and it just feels so soft. And like I say, it gives you the opportunity to bring a little luxury to your routine, even though you're not paying luxury prices. So cleansers, tick. We are done. We have some great cleanser options that we can go for. What about toners? Toners and essences. Now, I think this is a really great point in a skincare routine to look to save, because a lot of really high-end cleansers and essences don't do a whole lot for the skin. So again, be strategic and make sure that you're shopping toners with a purpose, that they're going to actually do something more than just hydrate. And I've got 3 recommendations I want to make today. The first 2 actually come from The Ordinary, and they have 2 toners. Both are ding holy grails for kind of different reasons, and they're both around that £10 to £15 price point, so super affordable. First up is their Saccharomyces Ferment Milky Toner. This is great to give a light, gentle exfoliation. That Saccharomyces will gently just smooth out and exfoliate the skin without being too harsh. It's also hydrating. The milky qualities of this will just hydrate you to the gods, and your skin will feel beautiful after. This is a great option for people that want a smoother skin, want to tackle some hyperpigmentation, want that gentle daily exfoliant. This is the one to go for. The other that they have is this, the Multi-Active Delivery Essence. Now, I think this is best for people that look to boost the rest of their skincare routine. So it's got some specific ingredients in here that enhance the penetration rate of the rest of your actives. And so everything that you apply on after this will just work that little bit better. You get extra bang for your buck, and I think this is a great way of getting hydration, because ultimately this is a hydrating toner that also has that additional benefit of boosting the efficacy of the rest of your skincare. Be strategic. Either of these are amazing. I don't think you need both. I think choose. This one if you're looking for hydration and exfoliation. This if you're looking for hydration, plumping, and a little extra from the rest of your routine. Either or is perfectly fine, but both are amazing and affordable toners. Now, the third one on the best drugstore toners might shock you because this is the Medik8 Daily Refresh Toner. Now, Medik8, not a brand that you associate with the drugstore prices, I'll be honest, but they do actually have some really affordable products. So this toner is 150 ml, so you get a lot of product, and it's £20. Now, that I would say is at the top end of what I class as drugstore pricing, but I don't mind paying it because it's honestly one of the very best formulated toners you will ever find. Not only does it feel so gorgeous on the skin, gives you instant plumping and all that benefit, but it also has witch hazel here, which is great if you're looking to, refine the appearance of your pores, minimize excess oil. I find this great as someone that's oily skin. This works so well. It's also got aloe, which is calming, soothing, and hydrating. It's got prebiotics, which are going to boost the barrier function of the skin, and allantonin that's going to calm and soothe. This really is a robust, comprehensive toner that I think if you're somebody that likes the idea of a little luxury, because Medik8 definitely gives luxury when it comes to their products. You like the idea of a little luxury, but you don't want to pay that price point. £20 for a really effective toner that lasts forever, I think is a really good price point, and it smells divine. Like, I can't tell you how uplifting and amazing this smells. Like I say, it's at the top end of what I class as drugstore pricing, but it is totally worth it. And for this weekend only, I did manage to bag a little discount code from Medik8 to help out. Because I always think, again, if we're looking to save on skincare, if we can get a discount code, then I begged and pleaded. And they said for this weekend only, they give me a discount code, which actually starts at 9 a.m. UK time, though it is on global orders. 9 a.m. UK time on Saturday, so I'll put all that in the description box below. So there is a time window for it, so make sure to delay your purchase if you want to try this one to when you can get that saving, because 20% brings it down to about £16, even more affordable. Let me tell you, this is the nicest, most luxurious feeling toner that doesn't break the bank. Right, let's touch on serums. I feel like we've made good progress. We have cleansed to perfection. We've got some really good quality toner action going on. It's time for serums. Now, there are a couple of there are a lot of serums that I could have included. And I looked at my entire collection and thought, which ones do I want to have as my top three? Well, number one, I want to call out the Numbuzzin 5+, the multivitamin concentrate serum. Now, this is a Korean skincare brand, and I wondered about doing a separate Korean video, but I thought, no, let's just throw them all together in one, because that way we know exactly what's like top, cream of the crop in drugstore skincare. This Numbuzzin one works so well because it has so many benefits. This is going to be our vitamin C. It's going to be our hyperpigmentation serum. It's going to be a calming and soothing serum. It's even got peptides in there. It's amazing. It's phenomenal, and I absolutely love it. So it comes in at about £14 here in the UK. So again, super inexpensive when you think of it as like a 4-in-1. Just amazing on the skin. I love this. It's been my go-to for, I'm going to say 2 or 3 years. And the reason I think this is so cost effective is not only is it affordable in the first place, doesn't break the bank to buy, but it actually is a skincare routine in a bottle. So you could just cleanse, pop a toner on, use this serum, sunscreen, out the door. 4-step skincare routine, amazing benefits, not breaking the bank. And this is where I'm talking about being strategic. This product allows you to be strategic because it just has so much going for it. I absolutely love it. I've fangirled about it to you guys relentlessly, so I won't say any more about it other than to say, get it. If you haven't tried it yet, get it. It's a skincare routine in a bottle. It's so good. Now, one product that I feel won't be on many people's radars, but I'm here to plead with you to try. If you haven't already, please give this a go. This is the Ordinary Alpha Arbutin. Now, it used to come in one of their clear white bottles. They've now put it into one of these opaque ones, which is better, keeps it fresher for longer. So if you've still got one or you see it on sale in the white bottle, I would personally, it probably means it's old stock. So shop with one that sells it in the opaque one, because that came out, I think, about 3 months ago that changed. Anyway, Alpha Arbutin, fantastic. It's a precursor to hydroquinone, so one of the very best hyperpigmentation fighting ingredients you are ever going to find. Super inexpensive, less than £10. And what I do is I put a couple of drops of the Ordinary Alpha Arbutin into my moisturizer. Whatever moisturizer you use on a morning, put a couple of drops into it and then just apply it to the skin, dab it in, and you're getting that extra boost of hyperpigmentation fighting without breaking the bank. This has made the biggest difference to my hyperpigmentation journey, and let me tell you, if you're not doing it, you are missing out. Pop one of these on order. You can use it all over the body. If you've got hyperpigmentation on the chest from fading acne, you might have it on the tops of the arms, the knees, wherever. Put it in your moisturizer. Couple of drops into your moisturizer. You won't even know it's there, but your body and the results certainly will. Then last, but by no means least on the serums, I want to talk about the Inculist Exosome Serum. Now, the Inculist aren't my favourite brand. I don't talk about them often because they're just not my favourite brand and I don't like a lot of their products. However, I will always fangirl about a product, whatever the brand, if it actually delivers. And this Exosome one is great. Exosomes, think of them as like communicating devices with the skin. So they'll go into the skin, they'll help transport the ingredients which are present in the product deeper into the skin and help to trigger some anti-aging response. Exosomes are relative newcomers to the skincare space, but they're getting a lot of attention. And I think the Inculist is the cheapest exosome product I've ever found. It also has a really good dose of those exosomes. So if you're somebody that likes a little extra anti-aging, this is one to try. I actually did an entirely separate video on it, which I'll leave a link to up there. Check that out if you want to know a little bit more about it. But yeah, Inculist, not my favorite brand, but definitely I'm happy to praise them where they get it right. And with this exosome one, genuinely delivers. Now, let's quickly move on to vitamin C's. I know that vitamin C's are serums, and I could have put them in with the serums, but I thought let's do just a separate category because I know most of us are still trying to figure out vitamin C's. Lots of newcomers to that space. It can get confusing. Let's just talk about vitamin C's very quickly. So my first recommendation are these. These are the Timeless vitamin C's. This is the 20% in the smaller bottle. They do a larger bottle. This is the larger bottle in the 10%. 10%, 20%, play around, whichever works for you. Generally speaking, 10% better for sensitive skin, 20% better for resilient skin that wants quicker results. You get antioxidants and vitamin C's together in this. Beautiful packaging, beautiful formulation, the best SkinCeuticals dupe out there. SkinCeuticals like £130. This is something like 19. It's completely different. And I would say don't always feel like you have to go for the larger size. How much vitamin C you get through. I'm somebody that uses it every day. I've got quite a big face. I get through a lot of vitamin C, so I tend to get the larger size because it's still fresh by the time I finish it. If you're somebody that maybe uses your vitamin C a couple of times a week, maybe you have a smaller face than me and you don't get through it as quickly, don't be afraid to go for the smaller size because ultimately vitamin C works best when it's fresh. So go with the size that meets how much you're actually going to use it, and that way it keeps fresh for longer. With that freshness in mind, the Geek and Gorgeous C Glow, the best, freshest vitamin C you will ever find. Now, this is a 15% strength, so halfway between the two timeless options that I just spoke about. So good. If you haven't tried this, get it. So the reason I say this is so good is it's made fresh in batches every 7 days. So if you order direct from Geek and Gorgeous, which I would recommend people do, order direct from the brand, and that way you know that the product when it hits your mat is never older than 7 days. So it's super fresh. Vitamin C doesn't last long. It's unstable. It won't stay fresh for long, and it's only effective when it's fresh. So get it fresh. Get it on your skin when it's delivering peak performance, and Geek and Gorgeous just make that super easy. I cannot sing the praises of this enough. I absolutely love it, and yeah, it's just a really nice product. They do, however, just as a side note, they have 3 separate websites. They have a UK website, they have a European website, and they have a North American website. Make sure you order from the right website because it will impact the shipping costs. So for example, as a British-based consumer, if I order from the British website, there's a really low free shipping amount, and even if I don't reach that, the shipping's really cheap. If I was to order from the European website as a British consumer, I'd be paying a lot more shipping. It doesn't make sense. So all I'm saying is make sure, I've left links to all of them, make sure based on where you're shopping from that you use the right website, because that will really mean you minimize the shipping cost, save some of your coin. And then last but by no means least, this is the Ordinary Ascorbyl Tetroisopalmitate Solution 20%, a vitamin C derivative. If you have super sensitive skin, go for this. I think of all the vitamin C derivatives I've tried, I think this is the best. It's certainly the cheapest. It's just really nice. If you're new to vitamin C, try with this first, because some vitamin C's in their pure form can be a little sensitizing. This, I just absolutely love. And for me, yeah, just something really special, and the ascorbyl tetraisopalmitate solution is impossible to spell, which again is why I've linked it below, but it's great for beginners to vitamin C and people that are looking for a super gentle option. Now, we're into the home straight. We still have to talk about moisturizers, and we have to talk about sunscreens. This is where I feel my drugstore recommendations come a little bit unstuck because I'm not somebody that uses a moisturizer every day. I have oily skin. I don't feel I need it every single day. I tend to go with a sunscreen, which is hydrating enough that I don't need a moisturizer. And I would recommend most people do that, to be honest. Unless you have very dry skin and you need a moisturizer, most well-formulated sunscreens are hydrating enough that you can use them on their own. So I would recommend doing that. Cut a step out of your routine, save some coin. However, if you want some moisturizer recommendations, my go-to are these. These are both by Geek and Gorgeous, same brand that I referenced with that vitamin C. This is the Happier Barrier, beautiful for dryness-prone skin, barrier supporting, extra hydration boost. And they also do a hydration station one, which is great, lightweight for summer, people that have more oily skin. So Happier Barrier for drier skin, hydration station for oilier skin. That's it. These are the moisturizers that I tend to just use day in, day out. I love them. I actually use them on my nose to get rid of blackheads. If you haven't heard of this hack, let me tell you, this is the best better than any pore strip. This is the best blackhead buster you will find. I covered how to do that hack in a video. Check it out. I'll link it up there. Check it out, because if you have blackheads anywhere, this will solve them better than anything else. Then we're coming on to sunscreens. Last, but let's be honest, no means least, because you need a sunscreen in your routine. And I want everybody to pay attention to the sunscreens that they're buying. Look at the amount you're getting and look at the price point. Because I think often we'll just go for the cheapest sunscreen out there and we don't do the maths and think, okay, a 50ml sunscreen is obviously at a certain price, is obviously half the amount of a 100ml sunscreen at another price. And do that to work out which is the most cost effective. Because actually sunscreen tubes can be a little bit deceptive. I found this out. So this is my sunscreen. This is the Mad About Skin Protect and Hydrate sunscreen. This is 100 mils. But actually kind of looks a similar size to most Korean sunscreens, which are 50ml, but you're getting double the amount. You can tell it's practically bulging, it's that full. So look at the amount, don't judge the size of the packet, look at the mil, what are you actually getting in terms of the amount, because that will obviously dictate the cost. So this one, for example, here you have 100ml, so double the size of your average sunscreen. And we also do a trio bundle, which is the one I'm actually going to list down in the description box below, which is, if you buy that trio, you actually save 33%. So basically it's 3 for the price of 2. So that brings the price point of each one of these down to £11. So £11 for 100ml of sunscreen. If you then look at like a Korean sunscreen, some of my favorites are up here, and you're paying £16 for 50ml. You're paying double, if that makes sense. So let's just always pay attention to milliliters, to price point, and do that little quick sum in our head or on our phones to work out what you're getting. So like I say, for this, if you buy the trio, you get 3 100ml sunscreens, and that's going to bring the price down to £11 per sunscreen. For 100ml, I don't think you can actually beat that for the price point. And it has a sky-high UVA and UVB protection. It's tried, tested, independently certified in 2 separate labs, and has a load of antioxidants in here too, so it's your antioxidant and your sunscreen all in one. I'm so proud of this, and this is why I like to talk about it. I'm so proud of it because I think sunscreen isn't a luxury, it's an essential, and brands shouldn't be overcharging for their sunscreens. They just shouldn't. I think as brand owners, we have a duty of care to make sure that people have good sunscreen. If you're watching from the US as well, I know people are in a bit of a panic in the US around tariffs and the reduction of the de minimis limit and all of that going on. If you're watching in the US, we actually prepay all the tariffs on your behalf. This doesn't cost more for a US consumer than it does from any consumer for the rest of the world. Similarly, if you're watching from the EU and you're worried about the EU, the new changes to EU VAT laws, all paid up front. So the price you pay when you click checkout and put your credit card details or your PayPal details in, that is the price you will ultimately pay. Nothing extra, no extra fees, no extra tariffs, no extra costs. And I wanted to do that and take that cost on so that you guys can be rest assured that you can buy quality sunscreen and it doesn't need to break the bank. And if you use it with our cleanser and this cloth, this will just remove every last bit of it on an evening, and you will have the most luxurious experience. Trust me, this doesn't have to be my sunscreen. This is great at getting sunscreen off. If you find it hard to budge, this is going to help with that cleanser. So, I think I did that in one. I wanted to do that in one take, and I've done it in one take. This is probably going to be the longest video of 2025 because I really do have a passion for the drugstore, and hopefully that's come across in today's video. So I want to know, have you made it to the end? Have you made it through 25 minutes worth of drugstore fangirling? If you have, let me know by leaving the sunshine emoji so we can celebrate good quality sun care. Summer, because we're in summer in the Northern Hemisphere at least, and it's coming to the end of summer, so let's continue those summery vibes. Leave the sunshine emoji if you have made it to the end of this video, because I really do appreciate you guys so much. This is a weekly. This is the start of our skincare week here on the channel, so I'll hopefully see you tomorrow, the day after that, for some great skincare content. And just wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.